So let's come to this interface. This is the 3D Max software. It looks very similar to any other 3D softwares like Rhino, Maya. It is very similar. Now coming to this interface, we have the toolbars here on the top, which we can use for the working on 3D Max, whichever you like. The toolbars over here. Now coming to these four windows, if you want to create another way of working and you just want your other windows to be seen, so you can create optionaries for this window and you can always go back and forth whatever you feel like going on. Coming to that, if you press Alt W and go back, you can go to one screen, and plus if you go to this, if you don't want to other windows open, you can always just change the window that you are looking for. We usually go for standard working, and we have this default shading which we usually use with the edge faces. So these are two faces that we actually use now. Something further down, we have something called as standard parameters here. We have extended parameters, we have compound parameters. I think the most used one is there. That's the standard parameters, and we have used, and with that we could say we use line splines as well. Where we have the line, circle, arc, and anything, and the most usual will be the modify anytime. I mean a modify commands that over here, so that is something we could use. Then there is something the layer command. You can just drag it. If you just drag it, and if we what you will see, and if you want to off it, you just off it. Then again, that's what it will happen. There were something called as the move, rotate, and scale command over there, which is usually used for. We also have the snap commands, and then we can use on top depending upon how you are using the renders. And then we have the VT commands also. Then immediately what you see, then these are all the move commands that we have leave, got, shot, and also. So I think that's all zoom commands that could be used. And then we have something called the animation over here. With that we have this grid. So if you see this grid, just stand by there. It does not make much of difference. Now coming to all of this, we have something called the default layer that will always be formed depending on what you work on. So this is usually always keep it out by layers by shot. And coming to the other part is this is how introduction of interface, introduction of 3D Max, and